Hi everyone and welcome. So this is just a bonus episode today. Just going to talk about what we got up to in 2024, what we've been up to at Christmas and what's to come in 2025. I'm with my daughter Jasmine today. She's decided to do it with me, or at least sit here and silently just stare at the camera because she gets very shy. But yeah, so let's just talk about what we've been up to at Christmas. So, this Christmas, we've had a fairly quiet one. We've not done a great deal. We have been out and done some geocaching, as you've seen on the uploads. And we have been to Cadbury's World, so we've had a day out at Cadbury's World. We also went to Belton House to see a light show, which was fantastic. We really enjoyed it. It's quite expensive to do, but we decided that, we wanted to do it for a long time. So we took the opportunity to get out there and check it out. So yeah, we actually quite enjoyed the experience. It was quite good. So yeah, for Christmas, Jasmine got lots of gifts, didn't you, Jasmine? And she's going to show you what her favourite gifts were. She's obviously had a lot of presents at Christmas from various family members, but she's just going to show you quickly what her favourite ones were, and then I'll just show you mine first. So I got this lovely Issey Miyake aftershave. I do like a bit of Issey Miyake, so that was a gift from the mother. So thank you very much for that. And I got a new F1 top, a Mercedes top. So yeah, pretty happy with that. But as you know, I've had other gifts as well throughout the year that I bought myself mainly. Most recent purchase was the Mic Mini. So yeah, it's not really about us adults, is it? It's more about the kids. So yeah, Jasmine, you want to show them what you've got then? Well, your favourites. It's not necessarily what she got, but her favourites. So, right, so what are these then, Jasmine?
Nike low dunk trainers.
Nike low dunk trainers. Pretty happy with them, aren't you? Pretty good. You got some Ugg style slippers for wearing around the house. Not outside. We have told her this. Can't wear them outside. Yeah. Crocs. So we're a bit of a Croc family in this house, and when we're at home and we're outside in our garden, we like to walk around with our Crocs on. If we're getting in the car, getting out of the car, we wear Crocs. I personally have a pair, and I only use them for the garden. But and when we're on holiday, if I'm walking around a campsite, for example. But yeah, and we bought all these charms to go with the Crocs, so she's quite happy with them, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Nice pair of Crocs. Now you'll have to explain these, Jasmine, because I don't know what they are.
So there's a body mist which is so unique.
Yeah.
Which is water, jasmine, and vanilla.
Yeah.
And then to go with it, there's the body lotion, which is the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it's also water, jasmine, and vanilla.
Oh right, yeah. It's got a name in it, Jasmine. Right, yeah. And what are they then? You've got lots of makeup. She got lots of like skincare products. Yeah. Because she had an advent calendar, didn't you?
Yeah. So
that may I point out had skincare products in it.
This is Sol de Janeiro.
Yeah.
So
show the camera.
The pack.
Yeah.
So there's some like cream.
Yeah.
There's some perfume.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some body wash, which all goes together.
All right. And you quite like them, do you? Them sort of things? Yeah. Yeah. She gets quite a lot of this sort of stuff, like I said. She quite likes stuff like this. And then a favourite top that we bought her.
Which is...
Santa bought her for Christmas.
White Fox. The new... No, not new. The White Fox jumper, which is... oh my God, I don't know what that means.
What?
That.
White Fox Volume 3.
Volume 3, there. Yeah.
White Fox Volume 3. So, yeah. I don't know what it means either, Jasmine. I don't know what Volume 1 to 3 means, but that's Volume 3. Is your other one Volume 3 as well?
No, that doesn't have any.
Oh, that's not got a volume. All right, okay. But yeah, so she's got a white fox hoodie, which she quite likes as well. So yeah, I mean, for Christmas presents, I've got a few bits and bobs. I've got a nice bottle of whiskey as well. Which, because I like a little tipple of whiskey. So yeah, quite happy with that. So yeah, all in all, we've had a great Christmas. Lewis got a new mountain bike. Much needed, may I add. His last one he absolutely destroyed, but then he does ride it every single day, so that is quite understandable. So yeah, we ended up buying him a new mountain bike. And the wife got a gift voucher to spend, so she's got some pennies that she can go and spend somewhere, and I'm sure she will, amongst other things. I think she got some perfume as well. It's on, in fact, is that it?
Yeah.
Estee Lauder perfume. So let's talk about our 2024. So we've had quite a big 2024. We've done a lot really in the year, considering that we also are heavily involved with a rugby club. We do go to a lot of rugby events throughout the year, which I don't share on social media. It has been quite a busy year. So just talk about it for a minute. So we've been to 4 different haven sites that you will have seen uploaded. So we went to Littlesea in Dorset, where we actually had a holiday there. Quite nice, quite enjoyed it. It's a fairly small site. The entertainment block seemed to be quite modern, but the place we found got extremely busy. It was really, really busy, and it only seemed to have one way in and one way out. So if kids went to play football, for example, it was quite a long way to get to the football court, but then you had to walk back out the same way you came in. So yeah, rather than kids be able to walk around an easier way, we found that a little bit difficult. We went to one called the Wild Duck, didn't we, Jasmine? Mm-hmm. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So we went there with some friends, some family friends. We only went there for the weekend in April, and we had absolutely amazing weather. It was just incredible. It was 20 degrees in April, and then when we got back, it was just constant rain. So we were sort of like in a little mini paradise. The football court and the play area was quite good on it. You spent quite a bit of time up there. We had pretty much a brand new static caravan for the weekend. Well, yeah, it was brand new. I would say it was that season's. It was brand new for that season. But the Wild Duck site was pretty good. What do you remember about the Wild Duck? Do you remember anything in particular?
I remember the park.
Yeah. Do you remember us going out for the meals? What happened there?
I remember one bit. I actually know one bit. The horse's place.
Yeah. We went to a horse sanctuary. When we got there, though, there weren't a lot of horses, which was a bit strange. But yeah, we went to a horse sanctuary and then went to a place called the Caldecott Barn. And we had an absolutely amazing Sunday roast at the Caldecott. So if you go into Wild Duck Haven site, then I highly recommend you go to, I think it's called the Barn 1 at Caldecott. Amazing food and amazing hosts, honestly. It's, you know what, I'm going to say, in England this year, I think that's the best meal I've had out. I would go as far as to say we've been out at a lot of places this year, and I would say the Caldecott Barn was one of the best places for a meal this year. So yeah, highly recommend the Caldecott Barn. We went to the Blue Dolphin caravan site in Yorkshire. We had a far better experience this year than we did the last time we went, because the last time we went we had a storm and it totally ruined the whole weekend. We spent most of it in a caravan, with the exception of a drive to Scarborough. This time we did Scarborough again. We went to the Sea Life Centre at Scarborough, which we quite liked, quite enjoyed. We enjoyed the walk around Scarborough as well. We even went up to the Scarborough Castle this time. And we went up to the racetrack and had a drive around in the car. I can't remember what it's called, folks, but there's a racetrack there for motorbikes. We went there as well and had a drive around in the car because it's public roads. And then lastly, the Haven site. Last Haven site we went to was Mablethorpe, Havenside. I had my reservations about this place, to be honest. I don't know why I did, but I did. And I've been to Mablethorpe a lot of times. But it was very good, wasn't it? You enjoyed it, didn't you? Yeah. We had a fairly new caravan. And it wasn't that far from the park. It had a really big Muga, which my son loved. And you went to it a few times, didn't you? Yeah. But you went to the park mainly, didn't you?
The park was quite big as that.
Yeah. And it had an outdoor open stage as well, didn't it? Which they had entertainment on. So that was actually really good. Again, we only went for the weekend. None of this is paid by Haven, by the way. We pay for all this. Everything that I'm talking about, everything that we've done this year, it's all been paid for by myself. So, and the wife, obviously. But, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the site. I think the entertainment complex, there's 2 parts to it. I think one of them could do with a refurb. But the main entertainment block was actually quite good as well. It had a Burger King, I think. It had a Burger King, which was pretty decent. Oh no, we went somewhere else as well, didn't we? Oh, I nearly forgot. We went to Thornwick Bay as well. We went to Haven, Thornwick Bay. I know, how could I forget Thornwick Bay? And I was actually ill all weekend. I wasn't feeling very well. Wasn't particularly impressed with the caravan we had. It was quite old. And the bed was so uncomfortable. I didn't get...
Oh, I know which one that is.
Yeah, the small one.
Yeah.
But the site was okay. But guess what? We were there during a storm. So we had a storm the whole weekend. I wasn't feeling well. And the caravan was hitting my back. So yeah, we do need to revisit that one at some point in the future. Don't know when that'll be. But, you know, we hardly got to see anything, really. We went to the bay at Thornwick. And that was about it. Didn't really do anything else. Went into Thornwick. Had a walk around the site. Went to the nearest village. And that was it, really. Didn't get a chance to do anything else because I wasn't feeling well. So, yeah. But I mentioned that. So, out of all the havens this year, what would you say would have been your favourite haven? So, I've given you Blue Dolphin, Mablethorpe, Wild Duck, Little Sea and Thornwick Bay.
Probably Mablethorpe, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like, it had a lot of stuff around that area.
Yeah. What was your favourite thing in Mablethorpe? I know what it is. Do you know what it is?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah. There's a shop in Mablethorpe. I did a video on it. And it literally does some of the best soft scoop ice creams you'll ever eat for the price. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, Mablethorpe is definitely was one of our favourites this year. And we are going back to it again in 2025 for a weekend. You'll be pleased to know, Jasmine.
Can't eat all the ice cream.
And we are going back to Cleethorpes as well. So we are heading back to Cleethorpes. And I love going to Cleethorpes. And the reason why I like going to Cleethorpes is because I can walk from the site all the way up into Cleethorpes town. And then we go for an absolutely amazing fish and chip supper. Well, we actually have it at lunchtime, but yeah, we actually go for the most amazing fish and chips. It's that amazing that even celebrities go there and eat in there. So if you're wondering what it's called Steele's. Quite popular. I would recommend that you try and book it in advance. When you get to it, it's on a corner, and you wouldn't know it was a fish and chip restaurant. And I've got a couple of friends who went to Steele's, and then a few weeks later, they went to Magpies in Whitby. And this is going to be controversial, but they said Steele's was better, and I agree with them. And if you know who Jack Whitehall is, Jack Whitehall is a comedian, and he's always talking about Steele's. He absolutely loves Steele's. So whenever he's in Cleethorpes, he visits Steele's. And Steele's even delivered to where he was playing nearby. So Jack Whitehall is a massive Steele's fan, and so am I. And there's a lad that's in This Is England. I can't remember his name, but he goes to Steele's quite a bit. And when we was in Steele's, Jasmine won't know this, but the last time we visited Steele's, we were in there and there was a couple sat opposite on a table. And I looked at the family and I said, I don't know why I recognised that couple, but I recognised them. And I didn't want to go over and ask them who they were, but then I realised that she was a person who's in Coronation Street. So yeah, that when we were there, Jasmine. So yeah, but Cleethorpes itself is actually a really nice place, and we do actually like going and having a walk up the main street. And the kids like it for...
Oh, arcade.
Yeah. They like to go in the arcades and like to go on the 2p machines. So yeah, that covers that. The other thing that we've done in 2024, quite a big thing actually, is the Merlin Passes. We've been to all the Merlin attractions, well, most of the Merlin attractions this year. Alton Towers have been to 6 or 7 times a year, I think. Might have been 7. And what is Jasmine's favourite ride?
Smiler.
The Smiler. Jasmine's absolute favourite ride was the Smiler. And I'll tell you into a little secret here about Jasmine. Jasmine said, when we got the tickets at the beginning of the year, I'm not going on any rides that go upside down. Right? That's what you said. That were her first words. And what was the first ride we went on? Can you remember?
Nemesis.
Nemesis Reborn. And what happened, Jasmine?
I didn't know it had an upside down loop.
It had an upside down loop, and she saw it when we was in the queue. And because it had reopened, refurbished, the queue was massive. So I was in the queue for quite a long time. So she saw that loop going around about 100 times while I was in that queue. And she was very brave, and she braved it. And then straight after that, she said, can we go on Smiler?
Did I?
Yes, you did. You wanted to go on Smiler straight away. But we couldn't because the queue was too big and we'd already been in a massive queue. But we made up for it. And we did actually get to the Smiler the next time we visited. And we were on the front row. And Jasmine then says it's now her favourite attraction at Alton Towers. We did all the sea life, well, we did lots of sea life centres, so I'm not going into that too much, but we did do them. We did Blackpool Tower. Quite enjoyed that. We did the circus. We quite enjoyed that. We then went down to London. And we did the theme parks there. So we did Chessington World of Adventure. Did most of the rides at Chessington. We did Thorpe Park. It was absolutely heaving because it was during Halloween. But we managed to get on Hyperia, and that was the only goal that day, was to get on Hyperia. So I've not actually shared that footage yet. That's coming up in 2025's uploads. But we had a day where we went to Thorpe Park, Chessington and Legoland. So I will be sharing those. Chessington's its own upload, and then Thorpe Park and Legoland's its own upload. But we managed to get on Hyperia, and that is now my number one most favourite ride ever. So, and I've done a lot of rides. I've even done the ones in Florida. And hang time on it was just insane. The most hang time I've ever had on a ride.
You were terrified of it?
I was absolutely terrified. Jasmine's right. I was in that queue. And I don't know if you've ever had that feeling when you've got to the front of a queue and you're about to get on the ride, where your head's telling you, I can't do this. I need to not get on the ride. But because everybody else had got on the ride, I felt like I had to. And now I'm glad that I did, because it was amazing and I really enjoyed it. So, but yeah, I was terrified. I won't lie. But they weren't. Jasmine weren't terrified, were you? You really enjoyed it, didn't you? And then we got you a chocolate apple.
Yeah. Afterwards,
as a reward for going on Hyperia. So yeah, then we did a couple of other rides and then we left. So yeah, we've had quite a good year with the Merlin Passes. Next year, I'll come on to that in a minute, what's happening regarding what we plan on doing with the Merlin Passes. Okay, folks, so Jasmine's just had to go upstairs for a minute. But I want to talk about another place we went to. I nearly forgot to mention this. We went to Suffolk. We stopped in a place called the Hollies, a small campsite. We had an absolutely amazing lodge there, beautiful, well maintained, and the staff there were really nice as well. Suffolk's a beautiful place. Never even knew what it was like before. Never been to Suffolk before, so I'm very glad we did. We visited a few places, so we headed to Southwold in Suffolk, and that was absolutely outstanding. Beautiful place. We went to Dunwich, we went to Walderswick, we went to Sutton Hoo. Sutton Hoo is a must if you got National Trust membership in the area. We went to Leiston Abbey, went to Aldborough, we went to Thorpe Ness to check out the Thorpe Ness Cloud, and we also went to another place called Rendlesham Forest. Now, if you've not seen my Rendlesham Forest video and the famous story about the UFO in Rendlesham Forest, please go over and check it out. I've done everything that's happened recently on the news. You may have seen on social media about drones in New Jersey and drones flying over Middlehall, in Suffolk and Norfolk. You need to go and check out the Rendlesham UFO video that I did. So we had a walk around Rendlesham, and I do a whole talk about what happened over a period of nights there, with the RAF base there. Well, it's actually United States Air Force base, and a UFO that was spotted in the area, and Colonel Holt was involved in it, and he's still adamant to this day that he saw a UFO. He saw a UFO, and his men saw a UFO. So it's worth checking out. There's a guy in the comments who's commented on the video, and what he puts is very interesting because he served on that base at the actual time when it happened. Absolutely phenomenal chap, and his story. He basically just puts in the comments what happened to him, and he was there at the time of the incident occurring, and it goes into quite detail actually. So if you've not seen that video, definitely worth checking it out, even if it's just to read the comments. I would highly recommend you check it out. I'll mention and talk about an experience that I had in the 1990s. I have received an email off somebody asking me to fill out some form about sightings. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fill no form in online with some people I don't know. But my sighting in the 1990s was in Sherwood Forest, and what I saw was an orb in the sky beyond the tree line, well, within the tree line at the other side of it, and it looked like it was dripping some kind of molten, and there was things coming from it, falling from it. I thought there were flares when they were dropping, but the thing was, it was through the tree line, so I could see these bright colours that were coming down, but when they were getting to the floor, they were then going back up to the orb, which was above the tree line, and the orb was like a molten colour, like a molten sun colour, and the orbs were pouring off it. Now you could say, well, it could be a flare. No, it were no flare. It was up there for 15 minutes. I watched it for ages, and it was definitely dropping something to the ground, and then from the ground it was going back up. I was walking the dog, and when I got home I told Mum and Dad about it, and they just said, you must have been seeing things. But yeah, so that was my experience. And then last week, or the week before, my father's come over to see me and told me about something that's happened at his house, which he can't explain. Not something he personally witnessed, but one of the neighbours has been round to him and said, I don't know if I should tell you this or not, and it sounds really strange and really weird, but there was something above your house shining a big light down onto your house, and it made no noise, and it was early hours of the morning, and it was a big bright orange light. So my dad just told me about this last week, and he doesn't ever talk about stuff like this, so for him to talk about it, well, something must have happened. His neighbour had come up to him to tell him this, what he'd witnessed above my dad's house. I find that very strange. I don't know why that would be happening, My dad asked me if it could have been a drone. I said it could have been, but if the man is saying it made absolutely no noise and it was hovering for ages, I doubt it. But anyway, just thought I'd tell you that fun little story. So yeah, going back to Suffolk, we had an amazing time. Really enjoyed our time there. It was a fantastic place to visit, and highly recommend it. And the Hollies, like I say, fantastic site. So right, we'll move back on now, and I'll get Jasmine back in on the video. Right, so what else have we done then? So we did a bit of walking in Derbyshire. Not a lot, I've got to admit, because our schedule was just so busy. But we enjoyed it when we did do it, and that was up near Belper. Then we went to Scotland on holiday to a place called Drimsani. Really enjoyed it. There were thousands of billions of midges, so I got bitten all over. But we had very mixed weather. Some days it was raining quite a lot, other days it was dry and sunny. But we quite enjoyed it, didn't we, Jasmine? Did a lot of walking there, didn't we? Yeah. Went to those beautiful waterfalls, didn't we? Went to a series of waterfalls that were absolutely stunning. Went to Loch Lomond, really enjoyed that. So yeah, we really enjoyed Scotland. And then coming back from there, we went to Blackpool. So we had quite a great time in Blackpool.
Apart from that thing that happened, that we saw.
What thing?
Them people.
Oh, the people shouting at each other.
No, the people that was jumping on a car.
Oh yeah, so when we was in Blackpool, we didn't... we'd been out at night, we'd done the circus, and then we was leaving the circus, and there was an incident that happened in town. So the best way to describe it was there were a lot of immigrants on one side of the road, and there were lots of men, all men, just lined up. And then the opposite side of the road, it was a Champions League final. So there was lots of British people and European people who had been drinking and were at the bars. And there was some sort of altercation that happened, and there were a lot of shouting and verbal abuse. A man, an illegal immigrant, I've got to assume he's an illegal immigrant, he might not have been, jumped into the middle of the road, brandished a knife, and then loads of men chased after him up the road. But while that was happening, there was another incident that happened right in front of us, where there was another person in a car. I don't really know the circumstances behind it, but they were jumping on the car while the car was moving. So I don't know what that were about, but yeah, we were caught up in the middle of that. I was trying to avoid it and walk past it. So yeah, while these men were basically jumping on a car. We don't know what the incident was about, don't know what was going off there. But yeah, so we had that incident, which the kids won't forget, because it was not terrifying, but it weren't good either. There was no police around, may I add. I think we saw two police officers on the entire strip of Blackpool. Okay, so following from that, we went to Futurventura. Now, we've been to Futurventura a few times, so we know it quite well. We have family that live on Futurventura, so obviously we spend time with them as well. And I wanted to catalogue a lot of different places. Some places we've not been to before, and some places we go to regular. The videos did very well. They've done very well, so I want to thank everybody for basically helping us with the views and all the new subscribers that came on board. Thank you very much. It means a lot to us. I put a lot of effort into making the Futurventura videos, and I think they've gone down quite well. We certainly enjoy our time when we're there. Carleco is beautiful. There's been a lot of reports recently. I know there's a guy called Stuart Allen. He had an incident recently when he was out there. I know he's friends with Kersey. And someone attempted to rob him with a knife. So yeah, not a good experience for him. But for us as a family, we were okay. We were back in our rooms for like 11. But it's a beautiful place. Don't let it put you off going. You're always going to get, places where there's incidents late at night. I know it's getting a bit of a reputation, the island is, and certainly Corleck is getting a bit of a reputation. And Cleta de Fustes, I've got to say that when we were in Cleta, we experienced something which I weren't particularly pleased about as well. I didn't report it to the police at the time, but we was in Cleta and there was a gang of lads, and they were riding around on scooters and they were following us, and they were on scooters behind us, and they'd come out of somewhere and they were following us, and they got the hoods up and the masks up, and I was convinced they were trying to they wanted one of the bags off the shoulders or they wanted my phone, but I stopped and confronted them, and when I confronted them, they scooted off. So yeah, that wasn't a very pleasant experience, and that was in Cleta de Fustes. So if you're in Cleta de Fustes and you're out walking about, just bear in mind, keep your bags on your shoulders at all times. If you see anyone acting suspicious, make sure you're holding that bag tightly. There's also a ruse that people have used throughout the year, and I've seen it online, where somebody will fall over and then you go to help them. When you go to help them up, someone's rifled through your bag or taken your bag. So be careful of that and don't fall for that trick, folks, because that is one of the things that they'll try and do to get your purse. So just bear that in mind, yeah? But don't let the place put you off. It's a fantastic place. We had an amazing time again. And you've seen from our videos, it's an amazing place to visit. So don't let it put you off. It is definitely an amazing place to visit. Corleck is beautiful. Cleta de Fustes is a fantastic place to visit as well. And then all the places I showed you on the videos, definitely worth your time. So yeah, the kids enjoyed it. And you enjoyed the water park as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that's the first time I've been to that water park. So yeah, quite enjoyed the day at the water park. Can you remember what your favourite bit was of the water park?
The slides.
The slides. Can you remember that pirate ship jumping off?
Yeah.
You enjoyed that, didn't you? There's a big pirate ship. I think it's a pirate ship.
It's a castle.
Oh, it's a castle. Yeah, it's a castle. Apologies, it's a castle. And the kids look, and you can jump off it into the water. Of course, me being me, I tried to be clever and do a flip, a roll, and ended up landing on my back.
That didn't go down very well.
Didn't go down very well. It hurt me a lot, but it was still fun. I still enjoyed it. But yeah, nice place, isn't it? And we are looking forward to going back in 2027. Yeah, we've got other plans from now till then. So yeah, we're not going back till 2027. Although the wife said she might actually be going in 2025 on her own to see her family. So yeah, we'll see about that. But I've said to her, if she wants to go, she's more than welcome to go for a week and leave me with the kids. Right, so that's that. And then we went to Surrey, and I've not shared any of the Surrey footage with you yet, but we had a fantastic time in Surrey. We did a mixture of walking. We went to London for the day, and we've done theme park rides. So you will get to see all that coming up, starting in January. So that'll be January and February's uploads, and it will be our time in Surrey. And yeah, we had quite a good week actually, and the weather was actually pretty good for most of it. So I hope you will enjoy watching the Surrey uploads. Oh, it's exhausting this, Jasmine, isn't it? Well, it's not for you because you're just sitting there, but yeah, it is for me doing all this talking. Right, so before I move on to 2026, I want to just mention the memberships that I've had on the channel. So as you know, I created a membership option on the channel, and I had 5 supporters on the membership. So I had Johnny Mack, Ramon Lamares, TSG, Joe Blalock, and This Is Zeppo. So I just want to say thank you very much, folks, for your support. I really, really appreciated it. But I made the decision that I didn't want to run the membership how I was running it anymore. I was only charging 99 for basic membership and 1.99 for a more premium one where I shared membership uploads. And somebody called Glyn, a fantastic fella called Glyn, had actually asked me, he says, don't you think that having membership where you are blocking content is negatively affecting your channel? And at the time, I didn't believe it was, because content is still there and available for everybody. But the membership content, mostly, was to be shared later. So it'd be like a week or two in advance. Anyway, after a bit of thought, I thought about it and thought, well, actually, you could be right, because people seen my membership videos and then they can't click and watch it. And perhaps that's putting people off. So I made the decision that I only got 5 people anyway, and this is Zeppo and Steve had already left the membership. I made the decision then that I was going to cancel it. So what I did, I cancelled the membership option, and then I had another think about it and thought, well, actually, perhaps I should reintroduce the 99p option, which gives the icons next to your name and priority replies. And I thought, if people want to support me and my family, and even though it's basic 99p, I thought what a great way to do it is just to have a basic membership. So massive thank you to Johnny Mack and Ramon Lamares for coming back and becoming a 99p member. You guys have always said you'd always support me, and I've always appreciated that, and it always means a lot to me. So thank you very much for your support back. So can I just say, take the opportunity now for you to go and check those guys out. So go and check out Johnny Mack, go and check out Ramon, go check out TSG, go check out Joe Blalock, and go and check out This Is Zeppo. Go and check out their channels. And I want to give a special shout out to Johnny Mack. So if you're watching this, Johnny, or listening to it, massive thanks, Johnny, because I think you've given me about 8 super thanks this year. And there's only you and one other guy. One other guy gave me a small super thanks. I can't remember your name. I do apologise. Thank you very much for your super thanks. But Johnny Mack has given me loads of super thanks. And all that money that I've made, revenue from super thanks, has gone to pay for kids' ice creams. Well, I'm not going to lie, revenue on my YouTube channel has also paid for lots of ice creams for the kids. But yeah, I've made sure that all that money that I've made through membership and super thanks has gone purely to the children to get them ice creams. So, and you've had lots of ice creams this year, haven't you, Jazz? And when we was in Future Insurer, they both had a daily amount to spend, and it was from YouTube revenue. They both had €10 a day to spend on ice creams and sweets and whatever they wanted. So yeah, that had come from my YouTube revenue throughout the year and the super thanks money. So thank you very much for your continued support. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p, and that'll give you a little badge next to your name, and I'll prioritise replying to you on comments. Although I think I do a really good job of replying to everybody's comments fairly quickly. But yeah, that's there as an option if you want to take it up and support our channel. It's only costs 99p or 99 cents if you're in America. So thank you very much for your continued support, everybody. So let's talk about how the channel has done this year overall. So overall, I've been absolutely blown away by the support that we've received on the channel as a family. Everybody in the comments has been fantastic. I've got to admit, this year has been phenomenal for support. It's been great. So thank you very much, everyone. We really do appreciate your support. This year, I've gained 80% increase in subscriber numbers over the previous year. So I've gained 761 new subscribers. So absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. 761 subscribers is amazing. We've also achieved 400,000 views on the channel in the last 365 days. So once again, amazing. I'm not that far away now from getting 1 million. I think I'm on 900,000. So should be achieving 1 million in 2025. 1 million views overall on the channel. For a small channel like mine, I never thought I'd get 100,000. So yeah, it's mind blowing. 400,000 views, amazing. And watch hours, I've had 13,500 watch hours in the last year. So, which is a 113% increase on the previous year. So massive, massive, massive. So thank you very much. It really means a lot. Jasmine's got her own little YouTube channel, which she's not updating very much. I keep telling her to work on it, because she could do, and she could be quite successful if she really wanted to be. And your channel is called?
It's me, Jazz G.
It's me, Jazz G. So if you want to go and check her out, by all means, head over. My other channel, which is Raymondo Lee Motors, is doing quite well as well. So thank you very much for the new support on that channel. I've gained something like 25 subscribers this month in December. So yeah, it's on 320 subscribers now. So I'm pretty happy with that. So thank you very much. And I want to give Alice Goss a bit of a credit for this, because Alice Goss did say to me in a comment, you really should split up your motoring content from this channel. And Alice, you were totally correct. Once I did what you said and swapped it and separated the channel, I've had a lot more views on that actual channel. So yeah, it really was a great idea. So thank you very much, Alice. I really appreciate it. And go and check out Alice Goss's Travel and Alice Transport World, because Alice has also got a transport channel. So go and check out that as well. So yeah, thanks Alice for that one. So yeah, that rounds up 2024. So shall we talk about what is going to be happening in 2025? So coming up in 2025 on the channel, got quite a lot happening. So we've got Surrey uploads that are coming in January and February. That's something that we did at the end of October, so you'll be getting that in January and February, and I've already mentioned about Surrey. We're then going to Crewe, but we're only going to Crewe for a night, so I might film the place we're stopping at, and we're going to do a few geocaches, and then we're coming home. So yeah, pretty short one, but I'm going to do a review of the room that we're stopping in. We're then going to Thorpe, Havenside once again. Looking forward to that. The kids are looking forward to that one. We're going to Cleethorpes once again. We're going to Steeles, so I'll do a little video on that. We've then got the big holiday coming up, which is Cyprus. We decided that we'd do Cyprus. We got married in Cyprus, and we decided that we've got a bit of an affiliation with the place. We've been there a few times. We love the place, and we made the decision that we wanted to go back there to the area where we got married. So we're going back in 2025. It's a big holiday for us. We're really looking forward to it. We're going to possibly rent a car, but only for a couple of days. We haven't decided yet. But I'll do some geocaching there. We'll do an hotel walk around there, or apartments, because we're stopping in apartments. And then any food places we eat at, I'll show you. And I want to take Jasmine to see the turtles, because we can do a turtle swim. So plan on doing that. So you excited for Cyprus, Jasmine?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jasmine's excited for any holidays, aren't you? Yeah. That's not in the UK anyway. Well, you enjoy the UK holidays, to be fair, don't you? So, yeah, we're going to London again for another week. We're actually going to Epping. We're stopping near Epping Forest. So we're having a week there, and then I'll be getting the train into London city centre. And we're planning on doing the theme parks while we're down there as well. And then later in the year, we're going to Surrey again, and we're going to be doing the theme parks again. And then I think we're going to cancel the Merlin Passes after that. We've not committed yet, but we think we might cancel the Merlin Passes after this year, 2025, because we might finish it early. So yeah, like I say, we've got quite a lot happening in 2025. And then from that, in the future, 2026, we've got a cruise booked, which will take us from Southampton down around France and Portugal, and then Spain. So we're really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's it, everyone. Thank you very much for your support all year, and I hope you've enjoyed listening to me waffle. So all that remains now is to say thank you very much for your support once again for the whole of 2024. We do appreciate it. Appreciate all the new subscribers we've had. And I just want to say have a great Happy New Year in 2025. And I hope we have another amazing year. And I hope you all have an amazing new year. So thank you very much and Happy New Year, everyone.